So I guess I'm just going to narrate over this because it says that I don't have any ideas left. I was going to talk about summer and the weather, but I thought, talking about the weather is basically the definition of small talk, and small talk's kind of boring, and let's skip over that. So I sat down and I had no idea what I wanted to draw. So I spent about half an hour with a blank sheet of paper, turning it, changing it from portrait to landscape. I had a few ideas I was kind of playing around with. First I thought maybe I could try drawing death as a woman, like a, Los Muertos. No, that's not right. Dia de los Muertos. Like an homage to that. The Day of the Dead. I ended up deciding not to do that, mostly because I just don't feel like it right now. That's my thing. As I said in an earlier video, in order for me to be able to draw, I need to be able to feel what I'm drawing, or I probably won't end up being happy with the end result. I know that this could probably be very bad, in that if they ever decide to do commissions or something, I'll need to be able to draw what I'm told, not what I feel. So I guess I'm just going to have to get over that at some point. These pens I'm using here are waterproof. I'm actually not sure what they are. Let me look. They are Figma Micron archival ink pencils. What they do is they're waterproof, they're designed for watercolors, they will not fade when exposed to light, they don't fade when exposed to water or anything like that. They do fade a little bit whenever you use like an eraser or something, but that's an easily solved problem. All you have to do is wait for it to dry a little bit and then go in with the eraser. I had filmed a lot of this in parts, mostly because I was out and about today and didn't have a lot of time to just sit down and draw. So I filmed this in parts as I was going along. Yeah. So again, the paints I'm using are Dr. P.H. Martin's Radiant watercolors. Talked about in the last video, so we won't talk about it too much here. I decided to draw a scene of some autumn foliage with like a park bench or something. Well, I live in Oklahoma, so we do have some pretty nature around here. But it's nothing compared to other places like national parks and stuff. Although I do live kind of close to a national park myself. Although I don't ever go there because, well, for one, I'm not much of a hiker or one who enjoys walking around aimlessly looking at nature. Well, that's not entirely true. That's not actually true at all. I just don't feel like getting up to walk for no reason. I do enjoy walking around in nature, however. I used to go hunting a lot with my dad. He is a very big hunter, and he kind of grew up that way. He tried to teach me how to hunt, and for a while I was interested, but then I realized hunting is mostly sitting in a blind or a stand, waiting for whatever it is you're hunting to come along, and then trying to not scare it off while you line up your shot. Ultimately, I do not have the patience to sit around for 5 hours straight without moving or making a sound. And that is why I don't hunt anymore. However, I am perfectly willing to go up there to help my dad get ready to hunt. For example, last year, I went up there to help him set up a hunting blind. It's like camouflage, of course, because it's hunting blind. And so to help it blend in a little bit more, he had me take some branches from the various trees that deer particularly like, that for some reason grow like everywhere on the land we have. And so I took those and I tried to kind of camouflage the blind a little bit more. And funny story, I had a hatchet and I was chopping the branches. They'd be smaller, and I ended up chopping it into my thumb. I mean, it didn't hurt immediately, but like, I was chopping branches, I felt something hit my hand, but I didn't really feel any pain. I realized there's blood, and I looked down, and it's starting to drip, and I was like, oh, I must have chopped my finger. So I go over, and I show the wound to my dad, because he has a first aid kit. We try to stop bleeding there, but then I had already lost a lot from the cut itself. And so we decided, you know what, it's time to pack up and do something about this. We can't just let it bleed out. And so I almost passed out on the way back to the truck, but by the time I got there, I had been able to stop a lot of the bleeding because I've putting some pressure on it. And so I'm not kidding when I say the worst part of the whole experience was the iodine. It was supposed to be used for gun wounds, but, well, it wasn't a gun wound, so I mean, it wasn't a gun wound, but we still had to use it because it was the only antibiotic that I had. Let me tell you, that hurt, like, way more than the actual injury did. My nail has thankfully grown back since. I was lucky that I didn't end up hitting the part where the nail actually grows. But yeah, fun / kind of gory story. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.